Let's see what would happen if Bavaria broke away from Germany. Bavaria would have a population of about 13 million people. This would make it have the 75th place above Guinea but behind Zimbabwe. It would have a landmass of about 70,000 square kilometers or 27,000 miles. However, it would have a massive GDP at about $690 billion. This would put it at the 24th place above Argentina but behind Poland. If Bavaria broke away, Germany would become way weaker and less relevant as a country. Will Bavaria actually break away though? It's highly unlikely since only a third of the population want that. Subscribe for more. Let's see what would happen if Korea was one country. A united Korea would have a population of about 75 million. This would make it have the 20th place in population above France but behind Germany. It would have a huge GDP at about $18,040 billion. Most of this would be from South Korea though, so it would have to invest a lot to bring the North to its level. A united Korea would have a massive army, making it basically impossible to invade. For North and South Korea to unite, they have to reach some sort of agreement. There is also a second way, but let's hope it does not get to that. Subscribe if you want Korea to unite. Let's see what would happen if Africa united. Africa would have about 1.3 billion people, putting it at third place behind India and China. Africa would have a land area of about 30.4 million square kilometers or nearly 12 million square miles, which would make it the biggest country in the world, being nearly twice the size of Russia. It would have a GDP of about $2.7 trillion, bringing it to a similar GDP like Britain or France. Could Africa actually unite though? First things first, the massive cultural differences would make it last shorter than even you. The economy would also have massive problems at the start because Africa is just too big. Subscribe for more. Let's see what would happen if California broke away from the US. California would have a population of 40 million, which would be similar to Poland or Ukraine. It would have a land area of around 424,000 square kilometers or 164,000 miles, making it the size of about 6 Irelands. California would have a GDP of about $3.4 trillion, making it 6th place above the UK but behind India. California would probably keep its flag and be democratic. It is very unlikely California will ever break away though, since the US would never allow that. Subscribe for more. Let's see what would happen if Texas was a country. Texas would have a population of about 29 million people, putting it ahead of countries like Australia or North Korea. Texas would have a land area of about 696,000 square kilometers or 268,000 square miles, making it the size of 3 Britons. It would have a GDP of about $2 trillion, putting it at 10th place above Italy but behind Russia. Texas was actually already independent once, between 1836 and 1845. Despite being the most likely state to leave Texas, seceding is nearly impossible considering the US would never allow that. Subscribe for more. Let's see what would happen if the Benelux united. It would be made up of Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. The Benelux would have a population of nearly 30 million people, putting it at a similar place like Venezuela or Afghanistan. It would have a land area of about 75,000 square kilometers or 29,000 square miles, nearly making it the size of 3 Albanias. Benelux would have a GDP of about $1.3 trillion, putting it at the 17th place above Indonesia but behind Spain. Benelux already exists as a monetary union between the 3 countries. Subscribe for more and to look like this guy.
Let's see what would happen if Scotland was a country. First things first, Scotland would have a population of about 5.3 million people and a landmass of about 78,000 square kilometers. That is the size of about 2 Switzerlands. The capital would probably be Edinburgh with a population of about 500,000.
Scotland would have a GDP of about $205 billion. This would make it have an economy the size of all of Ukraine. Could Scotland actually be a country though? Well, yes, nearly 45% of the population want Scotland to be independent. What do you think though? Will Scotland be independent? Subscribe if you enjoyed.
What would happen if Quebec broke away from Canada? Quebec would have a population of about 8.6 million people, putting it at a similar place like Belarus or Switzerland. Its land area would be about 1.36 million square kilometers or 524,000 square miles, putting it at 19th place above Peru but behind Mongolia. Its GDP would stand at around $378 billion, making it the size of 3 Puerto Ricos. Only 36% of Quebec's population want to leave Canada, and this number is decreasing, making independence unlikely for now. Subscribe for more. What if Catalonia broke away from Spain? It would have a population of nearly 8 million, making it have a population of about 3 Moldovas. Catalonia would have a land area of about 32,000 square kilometers or nearly 20,000 miles, making it the size of Albania or Belgium. Its GDP would be at around $250 billion, putting it at the 51st place above New Zealand but behind Portugal. Catalonia tried leaving Spain in 2017, but it obviously didn't work. Now about 39% of Catalonians want to leave, making the future uncertain. Subscribe for more and to look like this guy.